Ukrainians are doing their best, counterattacking and penetrating Russian territory. That has had the additional benefit of bringing home to the Russian population what was really going on. The US has also done its best to reduce the financial gap between Russia and Ukraine by getting Congress to allocate an unprecedented $40 billion in military and financial aid to Ukraine. I can't predict the outcome, but Ukraine certainly has a winning chance. Recently, European leaders went even further. They wanted to use the invasion of Ukraine to promote greater European integration, so that what Putin is doing can never happen again. Enrico Letta, the leader of Partito Democratico, proposed a plan for a partially federated Europe. The federal portion would cover all key policy areas. In the federal core, no member state would have veto power. In the wider confederation, member states could join coalitions of the willing or simply retain their veto power. Mario Draghi endorsed Letta's plan. Emmanuel Macron, in a significant broadening of his pro-European approach, advocated geographic expansion and the need for the EU to prepare for it. Not only Ukraine, but also Moldova and the Western Balkans should qualify for membership in the European Union. It will take a long time to work out the details, but Europe seems to be moving in the right direction. It has responded to the invasion of Ukraine with greater speed, unity, and vigor than ever before in history. After a hesitant start, Commission President Ursula von der Leyen also has found a strong pro-European voice. But Europe's dependence on Russian fossil fuels remains excessive, due largely to the mercantilist policy pursued by former Chancellor Angela Merkel. She had made special deals with Russia for the supply of gas and made China Germany's largest export market. That made Germany the best performing country in Europe, but now there is a heavy price to pay. Germany's economy needs to be reoriented, and that will take a long time. Olaf Scholz was elected Chancellor because he promised to continue Merkel's policies. But events forced him to abandon this promise. That didn't come easy because he had to break with the hallowed traditions of the Social Democrat. But when it comes to maintaining European unity, Scholz always seems to do the right thing in the end. He abandoned Nord Stream 2 committed 100 billion euros to defense and provided arms to Ukraine, breaking a long-standing tradition, taboo. That is how Western democracies responded to the invasion of Ukraine. Coming on top of the real estate crisis, the damage will be so great that will afflict the global economy. With the disruption of supply chains, global inflation is liable to turn into global depression. Yet, the further Putin gets, the weaker Putin gets, the more unpredictable he becomes. The member states of the EU feel that pressure. They realize that Putin may not wait until they develop an alternative sources of energy, but he may turn off the tap on gas while it really hurts. The Repower Euro program announced last week reflects these fears. Olaf Scholz is particularly anxious because of the special deal that his predecessor Angela Merkel made with Russia. Mario Draghi is more courageous, although Italy's gas dependency is almost as high as Germany's. Europe's cohesion will face a severe test, but if it continues to maintain its unity, it could strengthen both Europe's energy security and leadership on climate change. While the war rages, the fight against climate change has to take second place. Yet, the experts tell us that we have already fallen far behind, and climate change is on the verge of becoming irreversible. That could be the end of our civilization. I find that prospect particularly frightening. Most of us accept that the idea that we must eventually die, but we take it for granted that our civilization will survive. Therefore, we must mobilize all our resources to bring the war to an early end. The best and perhaps only way to preserve our civilization is to defeat Putin as soon as possible. That's the bottom line. Thank you.